Welcome to the HOROKANE Hour. I'm Sherry
Radio.
And I'm Dr. Leonard, L&M Network. Thanks to Michael Varro, we come to you every day now, 5 days a week.
There's many new people listening to what we have to say, and many people don't know the solutions. We have our lines open to callers. The number to call in is 347-989-1012. We're looking forward to hearing you. If you are listening out there, we'd love to hear from you. And just talk about what's on your mind regarding what's going on in the world today or maybe in your personal life. And it looks like we have a caller. Let's bring him in. Hi. Welcome to the HOROKANE Hour.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
How you doing?
We're very blessed, even when we don't know it. When we forget that we're blessed, we are still blessed.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's on your mind today?
I had lost someone, and I just wanted to know, so much stuff happened before that. Did he really care, whatever?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I said I had lost someone recently.
Okay.
And so much stuff had happened between us before he passed. I'd like to know, was he good for me or what? Or was it a bad move or whatever?
Well, that's an interesting... You know what? You've just connected with Sherry Kane. I have been... I'm going to let Sherry handle this because, frankly, I've been very much what I consider a basket case in psychosocial analysis, even though I have a Harvard degree in behavioral science, and I've studied extremely well, in depth, in the various fields of psychoanalysis and psychology. I can tell you that the people I selected to hang with in my life were not appropriate choices for my own good. Sherry came along, educated me. She's an outstanding psychosocial analyst and extremely intuitive, and I think she would be a perfect person for you to talk about this matter with. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
What is your name?
Claudia.
Claudia. Now, when you say you lost someone, did they die or you broke up?
They died.
Okay, they died. And what was your relationship like before they died?
Well, it was starting to get stormy. We did a lot of arguing, and he was leaving out a lot.
Okay. And when you said it was starting to get stormy, I don't know enough about your relationship to make a judgment on whether the person was good or bad for you.
Yeah.
But why is it? I mean, what is on your mind as far as the concern now since they passed?
Well, I think he was doing drugs.
Mhm.
And my cards, like food stamp card and the card my money come on, that was stolen. And I got it straightened out. But I just don't know what was going on with him.
Okay. Well, I mean, right now, he's in a different place. He's in a better place. We all hope to go to a better place. And all we can do right now is pray for his soul. And what I would suggest for you, I mean, I don't know, it sounds like you're very heartbroken over his passing. Am I right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and you probably just want to talk to someone about it and just kind of work it out in your own mind. But I believe that, we all have a time on this planet. We all have a certain time on this planet, and we all have a purpose on this planet, and we're put here for whatever time it is that our purpose is supposed to be lived out. And I know you right now God has other plans for you. So your purpose in life, what I would do, I don't know what you do as far as like your hobbies or your work, but what I would do is I would try and focus on what you love to do, focus on life and what you love to do, and just remember the person that you were with and have that person in your memory. But as far as like whether the person was good or bad for you, I think that the main thing is to look at what it is now. Right now, where you are right now in your life, the person is gone. You are still here, and you have more stuff to do in this plane of existence. So that's what I guess you need to focus on. And my condolences to you and your, for this loss.
Okay,
but I believe that you have, there's more that you're supposed to do, and so I would try to.
Do you have a passion? Do you have something in your head or in your work that you do that really makes you feel good and it makes you enjoy life?
Not at the moment.
Any hobbies? Like, is there something you like to do? Is there sports, or is there like something you like to do?
I like to draw.
You like to draw? So you're an artist.
Not that good at one, but I like to do it.
Well, you know what? It's a matter of you bringing that skill somewhere where people will enjoy it, even if it's in a nursing home, even if you took your skill, even to begin as a volunteer, to perhaps places where people, you could sit with them. There's a lot of people who are lonely. There's a lot of people who would just love to have friendship and some opportunity to sit down with a loving person, and draw and or create something that at the end, what I love about art and drawing is after, half an hour or an hour, you've got a beautiful piece of artwork that you can put on the wall and enjoy it for years to come.
Yeah.
And I think, if you simply, first of all, pray. It's very important at this point for you to, first of all, gather what it is that is a blessing in your life. I know, like I said before, I'm blessed even when I don't remember that I'm blessed. And in today's world, you easily forget how blessed we are. The fact that we have air to breathe and water to drink and food on the table and a roof over our heads. Those basic human needs are met. God blessing. Wow.
But they mean so much, though.
What's that?
I say the basic things, but they mean so much.
Yep.
They mean so much, and we take them for granted, and we forget when we get engaged in pain, fear, losses, such as the loss of a loved one, we forget how blessed we are. And so it's a matter of, I think, number one, praying. Because prayer, if you have faith and you'll turn to the Creator and you say, I'm in need, Creator, right now. And Sherry and I did this the other day, where the emotions or depression of being overwhelmed. I mean, we're involved in litigations. So we have to take our emotional suffering to the Creator a lot. And we give it to the Creator because really He's the boss. We're being, and when I say He, it's a He, She. He, She is the boss. And we're working for the boss. We're not working for ourselves.
No.
And so it's not our problem. We give it to the Creator. We say, literally, you got to take this because this is your problem. It's not ours. And what happens miraculously every time, and we do it with a lot of faith and prayer, every time it disappears, and we're free. And so that's one of the things that I would recommend. I would recommend that you take it with prayer, give it to the Creator, and then once that burden lifts a bit, go out there, get out there with what your passion is. Find a place to express your passion, because there's other people out there who would love to have you, be with them, express the love that they're missing, and you're missing right now with the loss of a loved one.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So we hope we helped you a little bit today. I wish we could help you some more.
You did a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling, and thank you for reaching out and being, open enough and brave enough to tell your truth, which is sadly what a lot of people don't do, and then they remain stuck and they remain depressed, and it doesn't help them. It doesn't help humanity. So we're thankful that you called today.
And thank you very much.
Keep your chin up, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let us know how you're doing. In a couple months. Give us a ring. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was very nice what you did there, Sherry. Very, very nice lady. She's going to be helped a little bit now. Thank you.
Well, it's great what you did, too. You were really, really great to her. I thought, you gave great advice. And I think that there's a lot of people out there, that really need to have someone to talk to. I know I feel like that. And thank God I have you. And, and I pray to God. And, that's all I can do. I mean, I'm really happy about that, because there's some things you just can't tell everybody. And it's good to have a close friend that you can do that to, that you can confide in and say, hey, these are my thoughts. A lot of times people become judgmental towards you, especially if you're in a bad relationship and then you're, upset about, the loss of the person who did bad things to you, and they're like, well, why do you want to, go there for? Why do you really care? But we can't. I mean, our emotions and our heart is one thing. Even sometimes when people hurt us, we can't stop missing them or forgive, and we consistently keep going back to the same thing again. And I think that, it's hard, and you need to have someone who's unbiased to just talk to.
This thing that we're together in this, and I'm not just speaking about Sherry and I, but all of us, the caller that just called and every one of you listening, and that was what I actually wrote up. We're in a new show. We're preparing new materials, both text materials for advertising this program, but also graphics. And, the concept of what is this program, and what occurred to me, and I wrote this to Michael and on the website, we're really in this together. We are engaged in a process whereby this is one family. We've got to come together, and what's missing, sadly, in the divide and conquer world of politics, because that's what they do, Democrat for Republican, right wing versus left wing. This is the divide and conquer mode that the global industrialists have used to decimate us and incapacitate us financially and in other ways. They create wars and war mentality based on the divisions. So all of that is part of the Babylon hypocrisy and an insanity. And to remedy that, you've got to come together, just like Jesus talked about. You've got to look at your brothers and sisters as your family, as your divine family, as your loved ones, and express that love. And that's where the community, now I love that word, community, communion divine, happens by communication between each other, heartfelt, loving intention. Again, that's a prayer. It's a living prayer. When you pray, like what we just did with this wonderful woman who just called in, the fact of the matter is that she reached out. It was a living prayer. She prayed. She prayed for some better answer to her current situation. And we were blessed to be able to administer it, just being honest with how we work in our own lives. Mm-hmm. And so we're community, and we're serving each other. And where would we be without each other? And where would the community be? So that is the big difference in the 528 Love Revolution, in the concept that the music and resonance of harmony versus divisiveness and dissonance, that harmony brings us together. And it's a communication divine. When we play the music of love, it's bringing hearts together, opening hearts together, and vibing ultimately into a better place for not just us, but our children and our children's children as we move forward in co-creating a better reality, far more sustainable than this gross intoxication and depopulation that's ongoing.
Well, our lines are open, folks. The number to call in is 347-989-1012. Tell us what's on your mind. We're here.